99% of men never hear this truth, yet it could decide whether your mornings build your strength or slowly take it away. In just the first hour after you wake up, your body is either setting the stage for lasting performance or quietly sabotaging it. The difference often comes down to small, hidden habits you barely notice but can start changing today. Many men in their 50s, 60 seconds, and beyond wake up feeling drained, stiff, and disconnected from the man they used to be. You can sense it. Something's changed. Energy isn't what it was. Drive feels weaker. Intimacy starts to feel like a memory instead of a rhythm you can count on. A landmark Harvard study found that over 80% of performance issues in men are linked to circulation problems, not just low testosterone or getting older. And where does this decline often begin? With the overlooked choices you make in your very first waking hour. I'm Dr. Nana, a men's health specialist with over 20 years of experience helping thousands of men reignite their vitality. In this video from Senior Health Boost, I'm going to walk you through a simple, 4-step morning routine. No pills, no expensive gadgets, just proven, science-backed actions to flood your system with oxygen, balance your hormones, and sharpen your reflexes. And if you stay with me until the end, I'll share a little-known adjustment that helped one of my 64-year-old patients regain consistent performance and full confidence in just 7 days. If you care about your strength, your circulation, and your confidence, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell, and join our Senior Health Boost community, your go-to source for real men's health solutions that actually work. Before we get started, tell me in the comments, are you ready to start fresh? Just type yes if you're in. If not, that's okay, type no, so I know what you're looking for. Now, let's cut straight through one of the biggest myths about male vitality. Your manhood depends on healthy circulation. Every signal, every response, every rise in confidence begins with your blood vessels' ability to open, allow strong flow, and deliver vital nutrients where they're needed. When that process weakens, so does your vitality. The root cause is often restricted blood flow due to something called endothelial dysfunction, when the inner lining of your blood vessels stops working the way it should. Less nitric oxide gets released. Arteries become stiff. Blood can't move like it used to. That's when symptoms begin. Lower drive, sluggish energy, slower reflexes. And the worst part, most men are handed pills that simply mask the symptoms instead of fixing the cause. Let me tell you about Joe, one of my longtime patients. At 68, he came to me, quietly embarrassed. He looked me in the eye and said, "I don't feel like me anymore." He felt distant from his wife. The spark, the connection, the pride, it all seemed to fade. He said it was as if his body had closed a door on him. But after just 3 weeks of targeted circulatory work, starting with a specific morning routine, Joe came back with color in his face. "I feel present again," he told me, "alive, capable." And he's not alone. Multiple studies confirm that morning activity boosts nitric oxide, improves blood vessel function, and can reverse endothelial dysfunction even later in life. But here's the part many men overlook. Erectile dysfunction isn't just about intimacy, it can show up 3 to 5 years before heart disease. What happens down there is often a warning sign for your whole cardiovascular system. In fact, by your 60s, blood vessel dilation can drop by more than 50%. A healthy man in his 20s may have 7-8 flow dilation. By 60, that can shrink to just 3-4. This isn't a minor dip, it's a biological slowdown. Desire alone won't fix it. You can have all the motivation in the world, but if your blood flow can't deliver, nothing happens. Picture this. A firefighter is ready to put out a blaze. He's trained, willing, and quick to act. But if the hose is kinked or the water pressure is weak, it doesn't matter how ready he is, the fire still burns. As we touched on in the last section, the real key to restoring performance and vitality isn't just about chasing libido. It starts and ends with circulation. Without healthy blood flow, nothing else works the way it should. That's why men who only focus on boosting drive often end up frustrated. The real obstacle is circulation. The good news? Blood vessels can heal. The endothelial cells, those tiny, specialized cells that release nitric oxide, can respond surprisingly quickly to the right stimulus, especially in the morning hours. And mornings matter more than you think. This is when your hormones naturally surge, cortisol rises to help you wake up, and your blood vessels are more responsive to stimulation. Research has shown that certain simple morning habits can raise nitric oxide levels by as much as 21% in just a few short weeks. Imagine what that means: more efficient blood flow, faster reflexes, and a natural improvement in sexual response. Nitric oxide is your body's master switch for circulation. It's the signal that tells your arteries when to open, how wide to expand, and how much pressure to maintain so oxygen and nutrients get where they need to go. Without enough nitric oxide, everything slows down. And by the time you reach 70, those levels can drop by as much as 75%. That's not just a number on a chart, it's the reason you feel slower, weaker, or less responsive than you used to. But here's the encouraging part: that decline can be reversed. Clinical research confirms that with the right mix of targeted movement, intentional breathing, and natural compounds, nitric oxide can be restored. And all of these strategies are built into the 4-step morning routine we're covering today. Before we get into the details, I want you to hear this loud and clear from me. I'm Dr. Nana, and I've worked with thousands of men in their 50s, 60 seconds, and 70 seconds. Real change doesn't just start in your body, it starts in your mind. If you've already accepted the belief that decline is inevitable, you've given up before you've even started. Every morning is a crossroads. What you choose to do in that first hour will either wake up your circulation or quietly push it further into decline. And for men over 60, that window is absolutely critical. Yet most men, without realizing it, make choices in the morning that work against them. Let me share a story that really drives this home. A respected physician, Dr. Michael Harrison, spent over 3 decades in practice. His mornings were predictable. Roll out of bed, grab a cup of coffee, a slice of toast, a quick shower, and then rush off to work. No stretching, no hydration, no real fuel for the day ahead. By the time he was 62, he was hitting a wall. By noon, his mental clarity was fading. His drive was noticeably lower, and he chalked it all up to aging until the truth hit him. After running some lab work and honestly reviewing his habits, he realized his morning routine had been silently working against him for decades. He wasn't supporting his blood vessels. He wasn't encouraging healthy hormone function. Without meaning to, he had been draining his own energy reserves every single day. Here's why that matters. Your body is naturally wired to respond strongly in the morning. Between 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock a.m., testosterone reaches its daily high point. Cortisol rises to sharpen alertness and kickstart your metabolism. Your blood vessels are more sensitive to nitric oxide. In short, your body is primed to perform, but only if you give it the right input. Clinical studies even show that doing the exact same exercise routine in the morning can be up to 3 times more effective than doing it later in the day. The reason? Morning interventions work with your body's natural rhythms, not against them. But let's be honest, what does the average morning really look like for most men? Eyes barely open, first move is to reach for the phone. A flood of news, stressful headlines, or work messages instantly disrupts your cortisol rhythm. Then it's straight to the kitchen, coffee on an empty stomach. Maybe a sweet pastry, maybe nothing at all. No water, no real nutrients. Then it's off to sit in a car, at a desk, or on the couch. This chain of events sets off a quiet disaster inside your body. Overnight, dehydration leaves your blood thicker than normal. Stress hormones spike from screen time and caffeine. Processed food or no food triggers inflammation. And the worst part, you're still sitting still. Under the surface, your heart is forced to work harder to push that thicker blood. Your blood vessels tighten instead of relax. Testosterone, which should be rising, gets blocked by stress chemistry. And your nitric oxide, the very thing your circulation depends on, never gets the chance to fully activate. This doesn't just rob you of energy. It undermines your vitality, your confidence, and yes, your manhood. I've seen what happens when those habits get turned around. Take Gordon, a 66-year-old accountant. His mornings were quiet, but rushed. A cup of coffee, a quick check of emails, a fast breakfast, then straight to his desk. By mid-morning, he felt drained. By evening, he was disconnected from his partner. But when we adjusted his mornings, adding hydration, movement, and the right kind of fuel, the change was remarkable. And in just a moment, I'm going to walk you through the exact steps that helped Gordon and many others reclaim their mornings, restore their circulation, and revive their confidence. But before we break down step 1 of the 4-part routine, you need to understand the most important shift that makes all of this work. After hearing Gordon's story in the last section, it's clear that dramatic changes don't always come from big, exhausting overhauls. He didn't join an expensive gym. He didn't take a dozen supplements. He simply changed 4 small things in his mornings, and it reshaped his days. Here's what he did. He stepped outside for 10 minutes of early sunlight, spent 5 minutes on slow, deep breathing, stretched his legs and hips gently, and replaced his sugar-heavy breakfast with a protein-rich one. Within 3 weeks, he was waking up without an alarm. His energy lasted through the afternoon. His focus sharpened. He felt more engaged in his relationship. Even his mood became more even and calm. The lab results were just as impressive. Testosterone up 18%. Inflammatory markers down 30%. That's the power of targeted, consistent habits. You don't need a mountain retreat or a 90-minute gym session before sunrise. You simply need to use the first 30-60 minutes after waking as a launch pad for your body's most important systems. This is your most responsive window of the day, the time when your hormones, blood vessels, and brain are primed to respond. Support them here, and the benefits stack up day after day. So now, let's break down the exact first-step morning routine I recommend. It's quick, it's doable, and if you stick with it, most men feel a difference in as little as 1 week. Each step builds on the last, creating a compounding effect that ignites your testosterone, boosts nitric oxide, and balances your metabolism. Step 1: Morning sunlight exposure. Spend 10 to 15 minutes outside within the first hour after waking. No sunglasses. No glass windows between you and the light. Direct exposure is the key. Even on a cloudy day, outdoor light can exceed 10,000 lux compared to just 300 indoors. This intense light flips on your brain's master clock, syncing your daily rhythm for testosterone, cortisol, and melatonin. It's like resetting your body's internal timer every morning. And there's more. Research shows natural light triggers the release of nitric oxide from your skin and blood vessel walls, immediately boosting circulation throughout your body, including the areas tied to male vitality. One study found that men who consistently got early sunlight raised their testosterone by up to 25% in just 2 weeks. Want to double the benefits? Pair your sunlight time with light movement, a slow walk around the block, or gentle stretches for your shoulders, hips, and legs. This wakes up your circulation, delivering oxygen-rich blood where it's needed most. Step 2. Diaphragmatic breathing. Right after sunlight exposure, take 5 minutes for slow, deep belly breathing, about 5 breaths per minute. This simple act calms your nervous system, lowers blood pressure, and reduces cortisol, the stress hormone that blocks testosterone. Here's how. Sit or lie down comfortably. Inhale through your nose for 6 seconds. Hold for 2 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. You should feel your belly rise, not your chest. That's how you know your diaphragm is doing the work. This breathing style also increases nitric oxide production in your nasal passages and lungs, expanding your blood vessels by up to 20% and improving oxygen delivery, head to toe. Do this daily, and you'll start the morning in a state of calm strength, sharper focus, smoother blood flow, and more balanced hormones. Step 3: 1 micro set of strength work. This isn't a workout marathon. It's a signal to your body. Strength matters. Choose one compound movement and exercise that works multiple muscle groups at once. Options include bodyweight squats, push-ups, or step-ups onto a stair. Go slow and controlled for 8-12 reps. The goal isn't exhaustion. You should feel your muscles work, but still be ready to move on without recovery time. If push-ups are too hard, try them against a wall. If squats feel unstable, hold a chair for balance. Even 2 to 3 minutes a day can increase testosterone by up to 20%. It also primes your body for the next step, nutrition. Step 4: Targeted testosterone boosting breakfast. Eat within 2 hours of waking. This first meal is about giving your body raw materials, high-quality protein, healthy fats, and the micronutrients needed to make and activate testosterone. Skip the sugary pastries and refined carbs. Instead, go for eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, lean meats, or plant-based proteins paired with healthy fats from nuts, seeds, or avocado. Include colorful vegetables or berries for antioxidants that protect blood vessels. This combination sets the tone for your metabolism all day, stabilizing blood sugar, keeping inflammation low, and sustaining your energy so you're not chasing another coffee by a.m. When you layer these for steps: sunlight, breathing, micro-strength work, and the right breakfast, you create a powerful chain reaction. Your hormones rise, your blood vessels open, your mental clarity sharpens, and your energy holds steady from morning until night. In the next section, we'll go deeper into specific breakfast options that not only fuel testosterone but also improve circulation down there so you can feel confident, energized, and connected at any age. Let's put it all together with a breakfast that fuels your hormones, restores circulation, and sets you up for the entire day. A simple, powerful example: scramble 2 or 3 eggs until just set. Add a handful of fresh spinach sauteed lightly in olive oil, place half an avocado on the side, and finish with a small bowl of berries: blueberries, raspberries, or blackberries. In that one plate, you're giving your body protein for muscle and hormone building, healthy fats to stabilize energy, and key vitamins and minerals like zinc and magnesium, both critical cofactors for testosterone production and optimal blood flow. If your mornings don't bring enough sun exposure, or your doctor has noted low vitamin D, this is the perfect time to add a supplement. Just 800 to 2000 IU of vitamin D3 with breakfast can make a remarkable difference in men who are deficient. Studies have shown testosterone rising by as much as 25% from this single step. Now, here's how to make your morning work for you in less than half an hour. A 30-minute morning that changes everything. At 6:30 a.m., let yourself wake naturally without the harsh blast of an alarm if possible. Keep the room calm, the phone out of reach, and the noise level low. This tells your brain to stay in a parasympathetic state, calm, alert, and ready to start the day without a stress surge. By 6:35, step outside. Let direct sunlight hit your eyes. No sunglasses, no window glass. Walk slowly, even if it's just around the driveway. This light cues your circadian rhythm, boosts dopamine, encourages testosterone production, and helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle. At 6:45, find a comfortable spot to sit or lie down. Inhale deeply through your nose for 6 seconds, hold for 2, and exhale slowly for 6. Keep this up for 5 minutes, about 5 cycles per minute. This lowers cortisol, opens your blood vessels, and increases nitric oxide production, sending up to 20% more blood flow through your entire body, including the areas that matter most for male performance. At 6:50, shift into 2 or 3 minutes of strength work. Choose one compound move: push-ups, bodyweight squats, or step-ups. Perform 8-12 controlled reps. If your knees or wrists protest, adjust wall push-ups, chair squats, or smaller step heights work fine. This isn't about breaking a sweat. It's about sending your body a clear signal that strength is still a priority, which sparks testosterone production. By 6:55, you're ready for breakfast: the same protein and fat-rich plate we covered earlier: eggs, greens, avocado, berries. Keep it fresh, unprocessed, and nutrient-dense. Need more calories? Add a drizzle of olive oil or a few nuts. If sunlight is scarce for you, this is when you take that vitamin D3. By 7:30, your brain feels sharp, your body primed, your energy steady. You're running on natural fuel instead of sugar spikes and crashes. Real results from Real Main James, a 63-year-old retired contractor, told me his drive both in life and in the bedroom was fading fast. He struggled with brain fog, low energy, and a quiet, distant relationship. After 6 weeks of sticking to this exact morning plan, the changes were hard to miss. His afternoons were no longer a battle to stay awake. He found himself taking on long-delayed home projects, feeling more motivated, and reconnecting with his partner. "I feel 10 years younger," he told me, "but more than that, I feel like myself again." And here's the important part: it wasn't from a pill or a quick fix. It was from showing up every morning consistently and letting his biology do what it was designed to do. Why consistency wins? This isn't a hack. It's a recalibration. When your blood vessels open, your energy improves. You naturally move more, eat better, and sleep deeper. Your body begins to trust itself again. That sets off a feedback loop. Better blood flow leads to more motivation, more testosterone, and a greater sense of control over your health. Research backs this up. Within just 12 weeks, men following this approach have seen free testosterone, morning energy levels, and insulin sensitivity match what's typical in men 10 to 15 years younger. Change often starts quietly. No fireworks, just small, steady signs: a stronger step, deeper sleep without waking at a.m., a sharper focus when the day begins. Over time, Those small wins add up to the kind of health and vitality most men think they've lost forever. Every single morning you commit to this routine, you're doing something powerful, something most men never realize they have control over. You're not leaning on another pill bottle or chasing the next miracle shortcut. You're speaking directly to your body in the only language it truly understands: daily action. Those first 30 minutes are more than just a checklist. They're a message to your nervous system, to your blood vessels, to your hormones that says, I'm still here. I still matter. And your body listens. This isn't a quick fix or a gimmick. It's a recalibration. When you change the signals you send from the moment you wake, you change the way your body responds for the rest of the day and over time, for the rest of your life. What really happens when you start your day? This way be simply adjusting your morning environment, your breathing, your movement, and your nutrition. You set off a chain reaction. Your blood vessels begin to open, improving circulation to every cell. Testosterone starts to rise naturally without tricks. Your mind clears, focus sharpens, and energy begins to build, not in jittery bursts, but in a steady, grounded way. And with that comes something even more valuable than raw physical performance: confidence. Not the forced, fake it till you make it kind. The quiet, steady kind that changes the way you walk into a room, how you greet people, how you hold your shoulders. It changes the tone in your voice when you speak to your partner. It changes how you see yourself when you look in the mirror. That's when you realize you're not just getting your energy back, you're getting you back. This isn't about chasing youth. Let's be clear, this is not about trying to rewind the clock or pretend you're 25 again. This is about reclaiming control over the way you feel and perform today. Real recovery happens when you send your body the right signals, again and again, until it remembers how to thrive. The steps aren't complicated. You've seen them. They're real, simple, and they work not instantly, but in weeks. The changes show up in rhythms, in small but undeniable wins. The first day you realize you didn't need that mid-morning coffee. The moment you walk up the stairs without getting winded. The night you sleep straight through until morning without waking. These little victories build momentum. And momentum changes everything. Forget perfection, aim for consistency. You don't have to do this flawlessly. Missed a minute? Got distracted one morning? No problem. Consistency will always beat intensity. Do it right 80% of the time, and your body will reward you 100% of the time. Think about it. The best years of your life don't have to be behind you. They can start the moment you decide to take your mornings back. You have the ability to change the direction of your health, your energy, and your confidence starting tomorrow. So here's my challenge to you. Try this first-step routine. Not for one day, not for 3 days. Stick with it. Give your body the steady support it was designed to run on, and watch your strength return, day by day. Your next step, if you've been looking for a place to start, this is it. No gym membership, no expensive gadgets, no endless supplements, just a smart, proven approach to waking up your biology and getting your vitality back. And we're not stopping here. In tomorrow's video, I'm going to show you the exact nitric oxide boosting breakfast my patients use to double their results from this routine. It's simple, delicious, and backed by science, and it might be the easiest upgrade you make all year. So don't miss it. Hit that subscribe button right now and tap the notification bell so you're first in line when it goes live. And if this video gave you a plan you can actually use, give it a thumbs up so more men can see it and start their own transformation. You've got one body, one life, one morning tomorrow, to either keep doing what's been holding you back or take control and set the tone for the day, the month, the year ahead. The choice is yours. This is Senior Health Boost, and I'll see you tomorrow morning, ready to make it your strongest one yet.